This is Mary at TheMeriAtelier, and this is Friday night, July the 26th. Yeah, I'm ready to do some art. I haven't been doing any art. Put my autofocus off. Let me check here. Yes, autofocus is off, so we're okay. So, yeah, look at my July book. It is getting full. It's getting full. Yeah. While I'm waiting for folks to come in, I usually work in reverse collage and what I call my angel book. This is a book that I'm doing reverse collage in. And I'm going to work on this page, I believe, right here. Let's get to my channel so I can see if anybody comes in here. It's been an okay week. Live chat. There we go. Hi, Deborah. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Yeah, I just do a little reverse collage in this book while I'm waiting for folks to come in. This is gold speedball screen printing ink. I think it's originally meant for fabrics, but I think you can use it on paper. And what I like about it is I can still read the text underneath, and it's got this really beautiful, beautiful shine to it. The screen printing ink. Now, the block printing ink is oil-based. That's a whole different story. Welcome to everybody who's come in. Fauna, hi Mitzi, hi Nina, Lisa, Aunt Dak. Hi ladies, hi Joan, Miss Sally K. Welcome, welcome. I hope you all are having a good Friday. Yeah, my Friday's okay. I was thinking about streaming this morning, but well, I rolled over and went back to sleep. Oh, I didn't sleep too late though. I think I got up around 7:30, was it? Looked at YouTube, did some reading. Went to the Dollar Tree again today. Got some more markers. I want to do some doodling tonight. I just about have all the pages. Well, not quite. I still have some pages at the beginning that have a page of text on one side and a great big picture on the other side. I've been kind of leaving those alone for now. But this just gives me something to do while I'm waiting for folks to come in. Pretty soon we'll have this all painty. There we go. Now, let's see if I can't just go to one of those pages. Yeah. This is good. Just kind of wipe off what's left on my brush. Not too good doing that. Okie dokie. We'll call that good. I love this gold screen printing ink. Let me set this aside. Let me set this aside away from the fan. Woo! Woo! It already blew it. Oh! That means I got to get up and move over across the room. It's still pretty warm out. Oh, I dropped all my little black die cuts. It's still pretty warm out. Can we do something with those since I dropped them? I can always cut more. Yes, I'm going to do a marathon tonight. I got a lot of rest today. So hi Suzanne, hi Holly, Giovanna, Mina, everybody's saying hello to each other. Lisa, My Eclectic Life, welcome, welcome. Beth has me painting a cow. That Beth. Hi Barb. Welcome Barb. Beth has Aunt Beth painting a cow. Aww. A cow? Oh my goodness. Let's see. I do have a list of what I want to get done tonight. And it's actually in the third section here. Angel book, art studies, art trivia. I wanted to talk about what I'm going to do in August. So let's go. Since these fell out of my book, let's just, Let's just have some fun with them. Yeah. Camera settings here. Maybe down one, up one. There we go. Figure out what I want to do with these. Hi, Christy. Welcome, welcome. Sharon Lombard, thanks for coming, Sharon. Cheryl's in the house. Holly's here. Hello to everyone I missed. Tonight on Colleen's channel. Beth, Colleen, and Kathy are painting cows. Okay. All right. Well, we'll let them paint cows. Thank you guys for coming in. I'm not going to paint cows. I'm going to... This is Aunt Beck's. Do I want to do that there or maybe over here? Maybe I won't use them. Clean, wipe up page. Well, you know, I'm not finding a place where I want to put these, so I'm going to put them in my pocket and keep them because I don't want to get up and go put them in my angel book. That's what they're really for. I'm not inspired. Oh, I could use them on ATCs. ATCs. Ooh, I kind of like the idea of doing that. Let's play with these because I can always cut more. 3.5. Let's just trim a little off here. 2.5. Ooh, I'm liking. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I'll catch up with chat here in a minute. I want to get these cut. There we go. You're doing a different cow than they're working on. Hi, Cheryl, Giovanna, Mina, Suzanne. Thank you all for dropping in. Holly. All saying hello. Christy. Love that die. Do you know which one it is? It's a Tim Holtz die. It's Tim Holtz. I don't know what it's called, but these are all on the same. There's three corner flourishes, I guess you'd call them, 3-corner backgrounds. And I think Hobby Lobby has the die cuts on sale. Oops, these need to be cut this week. 40% off this week. The Sizzix dies, or I think all dies. I didn't go up there this week. I've been making myself be good, sort of. I went to Dollar Tree. That's what I did this week. 3.5. Well, it says I cut it at 3.5. How come? Oh, 2.5 this way. I went to Dollar Tree and I got some perfume bottle stickers, but the guy must not have put them in my bag because they're not there. I'm very disappointed. I didn't get my perfume bottle stickers. There we go. Now, what am I going to put in here, though? I don't think I like this big black in here, so I'm just going to pull it out. I kind of like that. Now, you should probably have spray adhesive, and I do someplace. Hi, Janet. Welcome, welcome. What's on the list tonight? Did my reverse angel. I'm playing in my art journal. I'm going to do some art trivia, some doodle games, an art study. A couple of other things I'm not going to tell you about right now. It's a moving experience, Cheryl says. Moving. Oh, dear. Do you have your window open? I swear I hear birds chirping. We do have the window open, but I don't hear any birds, but maybe you've got pretty good ears. There might be some birds chirping. Let's get a move on, Cheryl. Oh dear, you guys. Now I want milk. I've been chomping at the bit for you to come on. Aw, thank you, Holly. I like that doodle on the left. This is when Barboan did her freeform mandalas. I did this one. First, she just took a piece of watercolor and dropped the watercolor on the page. And then she was going to do, I think, a more of a mandala, a regular mandala, but she was going to put a piece on there. And I think she meant for it to go in the center, but it slipped out of her hands and went over there. So she made it freeform. And this is the first mandala I've ever done. And I'm so glad she made it freeform. So this is Barboan's. I was working along with her. First time I've kind of done that work along with her. And I first mandala I've ever done. And I'm so glad it was freeform. And then I came back and I was playing with this one because I did purple on paper. And then I kind of made a wheel out of it. More of a steampunk type thing. Yellow flowers, bees, or butterflies. On here, flowers, bees, or butterflies. You guys, we're stuck on flowers, bees, and butterflies this summer. I swear. Well, let's see what I have here. I got some stickers. These are Dollar Tree ones. Well, see, I got jars and those over there. Oh, maybe those are the perfume bottles. But those aren't the ones I wanted. Let's see. I don't know if I have any others out here. You know, I kind of like. I think I got this in Happy Mail. I kind of like that leaf. If I were to put blue or gold behind there, and just the leaf. I don't know. But then I like these bottles too. Let's do the bottles. Let's do the bottles. This is Aunt Beck's reach for the first thing on the second shelf to your left. Yeah, I was at Dollar Tree. These are just bottle bottles. They had some really pretty perfume bottles, and the guy didn't put them in the shelf for me. I'm very disappointed. He didn't put them in my bag. You gotta watch them. They get busy. I don't think they do it on purpose. But when you're at the checkout, you know. Let's just put some gold on here. I thought I'd do a doodle game tonight. I call them doodle games. I go out to the Metropolitan Museum of Art and let's bring this over to the go to their public domain library. Pick out things that I can doodle off of their public domain images. I guess I'm not done with my gold tonight. Gold cheers me up. Gold cheers me up. Gold cheers me up. There we go. I can't believe it's almost, and that's the other thing I'm going to do in my marathon tonight is I'm going to get my August journal ready, paint the cover, and I think. The other morning, it was Ann Lar who suggested, they asked me, I think Aunt Beck asked what I was going to do for my August theme. And Ann Lar suggested maybe doing, I was going to just carry on with my colonial and carry it on into like the 1890s. But Ann Lar suggested doing the Roaring Twenties, the 1920s. So I've been kind of researching that. And it's really kind of interesting because it is 2019 this year. And, you know, the Roaring Twenties in the 1900s, they had that crash. And it's really interesting to think because that period of time was right after World War I. And it was really, that whole decade was a period of prosperity. And you look at how those people were, you know, I've been watching YouTube videos and researching pages and looking at the art and all of that. And it's really interesting because, you know, they had no idea a crash was going to come. And you think about now how in the United States, at least, we are experiencing a period of prosperity. And I'll bet you that very few of us think that we're going to have an economic crash next year. I mean, not that we are, but when you think of what those people went through, of course, now in the stock market, they have all kind of regulations to prevent that from happening. But there was a panic and people started selling all their stock and people started wanting their money and all of that, and ouch, it crashed. And then there was the 1930s decade, was the Depression era. And a lot of people got hurt in that time frame. And I couldn't help but think about my parents, because my parents were probably in their 20s, maybe their late teens or 20s during that. My dad was born in 1912, so 22, 29, he'd be 17. He would just been getting out of high school probably when the stock market crashed then. So, and then my mom was just a few years younger. Ooh. I'm kind of liking these. Except I do not trust the adhesive. And these are just Dollar Tree stickers. Everything in Dollar Tree costs you $1. Welcome to everybody who's come in. Hi, Teresa. Good morning. Good morning, Teresa. Aw. Well, just say, well, that day is over and sit down and be with us. Yes. Barbara's off work now, so she just needs to relax. Put maybe this one in there. I'm just having fun in my journal just because I want to do something. Well, I want to finish up. This is my last page of ATCs for this month. I kind of like putting those bottles in there. And I have to tell you, I went back to Dollar Tree. Well, I had to go. I had to go shopping again today. Not shopping. I just went to Dollar Tree. I had to go to the bank and the post office again today. But I went into Dollar Tree specifically to get the markers, the permanent markers. They have some Jot permanent markers. And I got a package the other day and I tried them and I liked them. So I said, well, I'm going to go get some more before they don't have any more. So I dropped back in today because I had to go up there anyway. Let's see. I think I'm just going to use all of these. It'll just be bottles in the window, I guess. Zoom in a little so you guys can see what I'm doing. I can't get used to this camera. There we go. I'm using those bottle stickers. For $1. They're fun to play with. And this is my last page of ATCs that I have to finish for this month. So I'm going to use them. Goes up there better. You spent 3.5 hours at the DMV? Oh, that had to be fun. There's nothing inside these bottles, Barb. I hate to disappoint you. Aw. Let's see. What else did I get? I got some mugs. Yeah. These other ones are more family ones. Home Sweet Home Forever. And I got some mugs. I don't know. No, I don't think so. I think I'll doodle some envelopes. Maybe we'll doodle some envelopes and I'll send them out, regardless of Happy Mail. Let's I guess it's good enough. Yeah, it's been a kind of a quiet day for me. Yesterday I had to go to the library. I went to the library. I've been reading a lot about the 1920s. That's going to be an interesting period of time to focus my journaling on. I don't know about the gangsters. And they had the speakeasies. Now let's put that glue back up here. How's your cow coming, Aunt Beck? It's still Happy Mail. Yeah, it is. Yeah, isn't that fun? Can you see the bottles in there? I don't know if should I try to outline them. I don't know if outlining them will help any. You know what might help is to put some, let's see, what do I have? A little red, maybe? I bought some Apple Barrel Walmart red, bright red. Let's just put some on the back of this. I don't know if that helps them pop out any or not. I didn't put lines there. You got sidetracked. Yeah, I think it does over here at least. Maybe I just need a little bit more. Reminds me of a romantic story, Bottles in the Window. Really? Was that a romantic story, Bottles in the Window? It reminds me of my mom's home down along the Little Blue River. She had not bottles, but she had these white milk glass pieces in her window. And when I drove home, I'd always see those milk glass vases. I kind of like that. Oops, what happened there? Welcome to everybody who's come in. Janice says, I think only VA and CA have DMV Go vans. DMV Go vans? Thank you, Jabana. Aunt Beck says her cow's getting along pretty good. You don't get that DMV van in your area, Cheryl. They come to my little city once a month. Really? Shorter lines. Wow, that's cool. Well, we're in a small area, so there's a little wait if you go in to get your driver's license, but we can mail it in to our licensing. I think I'm happy with that. Let's just spread this out there. Okay, let's finish my lines, my horizontal lines here. Here comes the train. Kind of fun to do this. It gets my last page of ATC's done. Yep, there's a train coming down the tracks. They've been working on the tracks. They've been working on the tracks. I thought, oops, that one went all the way across. Let's put these across then. Let's do this. There we go. Yeah. Oops. The oops into the final design here. Let's do it here too. There we go. I'm going to call that done. Models in the window. That's going to be the name of these ATCs. I'll document it over here. Not tonight, though. Let's do some... What do I have left here? Let's go to my scrap page. I got a scrap page. I've got a scrap page here somewhere. Scrap cleanup page, I called it. See what I have here as far as scraps. Oops, that's not a scrap. I don't know. Most of them are just black stripes, I think. Here's one. Put that down here. Like that. Yeah. Get these little scrappies off of my desk as much as I can. They start to annoy me. Oh dear. Hi, Patricia. Struford. Yep, train's coming through. Train's coming through. We have our train. Yeah. It'd help if I'd open up the... Yeah, I'm just going to put these in. However, this is just a scrap page. Just a scrap page. Ew. Glue on my pants here. There we go. We'll just let those set. I feel like doing some doodle doodles. Doodle doodles. Let's go to a... I don't want these to stick to my blue. Let's go to a doodle page here. I got some in here. Right in here. Right in here. I feel like doing some doodles. I think because I got those Dollar Tree markers. Alrighty, let's see what I'm going to do here. Bring my journal up and let's fix my camera. There we go. Okay, ew, glue on my hands. second skin. Second skin. Alrighty. Ooh. I don't know. I picked these out right before the chat tonight, so let's go grab them. Doodle game 120. Oops. 20. 20. And I'll put them out on my channel. Community page, post, paste. All right, so the first one is a disc stone. Come on. And what interested me in this is it's got a circle in the center, and then it plays off of that circle with 4 circles going around, and then it's got these curvy things, and it ends up being in a diamond shape within another circle. Very interesting how they did that. So let's see if I can get anywhere close to that. So this is Doodle Game 20. And while I'm doing this, I don't see very much of chat. So if I don't respond to you, it's because I'm not seeing you. And today is 7/26/19. So, and I make these pretty big motifs. I might go out and doodle the same thing on envelopes later, but let's just practice this. So here's the center circle right here. And then they have sort of a circle going this way with another circle with a center in it. And that actually comes out like that. And another one coming this way. And this way. And then there's kind of like a bar in between these two. There's a circle there. Let's see. This one has another circle here. Sort of like that. And there's a bar. Oops, I did that one upside down. Well, okay. Like that, a bar, a circle. Like that. And like, sort of like that. And this one needs a circle in there, sort of. And then they have really kind of interesting. From here, it kind of goes like that. And like that. And then from the center here, it's got some points coming that way. Only it's a little bit more refined than mine is. And then this has kind of a leaf coming in it. And then another like that. And like this. another leaf. Really kind of intricate, but kind of not all that hard to do either once you understand what's going on here. Let's see. And a leaf. And let's see, let's do this. And another one like that. And a leaf. And then this is all in a circle, a pretty circle. But this is my doodle. This is my doodle. So doodles aren't meant to be perfect. Now I like pulling out one of these designs here. Pull out this one right here and just concentrate on it. So like that, up, do the leaf, like that. Like that, and then there's kind of a sheaf in there. And then this comes around this way. And around this way. That's kind of pretty. So this is kind of this area expanded. And then there's a circle over here and it continues. That's okay. So this is number 1. This is number 2. This actually is a disc stone with palmettes and lotus buds. So I'm going to call this a lotus bud. And I'm going to call this a disc stone. Let's color it. Let's color it. I got a blue here. I don't know what color lotus buds are, but ooh, that's a pretty dark blue. Well, there should be green, I guess, or pink. They're going to be blue here. It's pretty dark on here because I'm working on yellow. Let's work with the orange. Let's work with the orange. You get color on it, that makes a big difference. And what I like about these markers from Dollar Tree, I got 6 markers for $1. I mean, what is that, about 12 cents or 15? Let's see. About 15 cents a piece. Maybe a little over 15. 26. Between 12 and 15 cents a piece. And they have the yellows, which is not going to show up on there. Let's see what the pink looks like. Pink is pretty. Let's make this lotus bud pink. Let's make this pink. Now, what can I put on the inside there? Green is going to be awfully dark. This is a lighter green. Let's see how light green that is. Yeah, I guess that'll do. A light green in here. Oops, more pink. Let's make this green. I don't know how, they seem pretty juicy, but I don't know how long they're going to last. We'll see. I mean, just for doodling with. Just for doodling with. Just for doodling with, they work. I like that. All right. We're going to make this orange in here. It doesn't look too much different than the pink. All right, let's see what else I have. So that was 1 and 2. Let's go look at chat, see what you guys are chatting about. Live chat. Hi, Terrence. Welcome, welcome, Terrence. That doodle is a gorgeous design. Thank you, Mina. I will have to come back on the replay to do these doodles. I just about have all my craft paint out on the table at the moment. I understand perfectly, Aunt Beck. Thinking of an old Leslie Caron movie, Mina says. I understand perfectly, Aunt Beck. Holly, does that go to the tune of Hi Lily, hi hello? Hi Lily, hello? Do dally, do do. Holly's singing tonight. Will there be a story tonight? Just a short story. I don't have a really long story. However, it might turn into something. Thank you, Giovanna. She says she likes the ATCs. Love the bottles. Thank you, Holly. Cheryl says, I have no idea, but I will have to go back until 2027. Oh, you won't have to go back to the DMV until 2027. Don't you love that? All right, let's go back and look at the second one I picked here. Did I close it? No, it's here. I'm going to discard any changes. Oh, I see what I did. I changed the one. Let's save that. Okay, we did the disc stone. Oh, this was just a woodcut. Whoops. Well, I guess that brought it in detail. I can't move it that way, though. This was just a woodcut. This one will be pretty easy because I'm just going to do it in black. It's kind of interesting. Let's start right in here. I'm going to start right in here. So make an X this way and sort of a long diamond this way, this way, this way. And this actually turns into a little diamond going that way. And this comes down into a diamond, and this meets that diamond, like that. And it comes down this way and forms a diamond there. And these cross. What did I do here? I only have one. Oh. Somehow I messed this one up. Oh, there isn't one this way. I see what's going on. This line is not in there. Can I paint it out? Can I paint it out? I don't know. We will try. Do a little finger painting here. Just paint that out. But right in here are some, I suppose they're supposed to be leaf shapes, but they're on wood, so they're very much like a cross. I think of them like a cross stitch chart type thing. They kind of come in like that. Let's see, this one comes down this way, and there's another kind of a leaf shape in there. I'm coming back to that. This one comes up. There's a line. There's actually two diamonds there because there's one there and one going up here, and that goes like that. There's kind of a line like that, up this way, over that way. Let's see. That comes that way, this way. There's kind of like a little heart shape going on in here, sort of. I'm kind of having to adjust my design as I go here. It comes way up this way and this way, and there's another coming like that, this comes like that, kind of comes in like that, sort of like that, this, not perfectly. And then there's kind of another like leaf shape in here. Well, I'm just going to draw my own leaves. And this line extends way out, and it keeps going. It keeps going. There's a leaf in here. And this falls into sort of a leaf shape, a heart shape too. Except I'm not going to draw it all out. There's some leaves over in here. This is kind of hard. It looks simple, but it's not as easy as it looks because it gets intricate in there. Maybe if I would have started with these heart shapes. They come up sort of like that. And this line keeps going. And this one comes this way, this way, this way, this way, and this way. And that one keeps going. And this one keeps going. And this kind of does the same thing. I'm going to stop there. And now I'm just going to play with it. Let's put some leaves in here. Do my own thing here. That's not too bad. I'm just going to call this number 3 woodcut. I'd have to study that one a little bit more. There's kind of like a diamond here, a heart here, a diamond in here. This actually is a big heart, and this is a little heart. There's a diamond here, and there's some little diamonds in here that form these hearts. There's another heart shape down here that I didn't draw. They're a lot more intricate than what it seems like. Let's go to another one. Let's do some on this white. Oh, no, I don't want to do it on there because that's that placemat. Let's go back over to this one. I feel like playing with my doodles tonight. This is, this one is cute, if I remember right, because this is called a long minuet. And it's kind of colonial in a way. And it's of 2 colonial figures, and they're dancing. It looks like they're meeting here. This is the last link in on my Doodle 20 on my community tab. These are in the public domain. But it looks like they're getting together and dancing. He looks like he's asking her to dance. And then you go over here. Oh, here he's bowing to her, and she looks like she's doing a curtsy. And then this lady and this gentleman are just kind of standing there. And here they're getting together to dance. And then over here, they're really dancing. I think it's charming. I really do think it's charming. Let's see what I can do. Let's see what I can do with it, with doodling. Let's start out just doing well, it looks like they're, well, it actually looks like they might be dancing there, but she's got a long dress on like this, and her arm comes out like that. And then it comes down this way. And she's got sort of a, I don't know, a scarf type thing on. And I don't know what her hair is doing here, but we'll just give her sort of a head here. I'm not going to draw in her features. And she's holding hands with her gentleman here. So there she is. And then here's the fellow. He's holding hands with her. So his arm comes out this way. It's got a little ruffle on his sleeve there. This way. Over to his shoulder. He's got a colonial style jacket on and a waistcoat. And I have to laugh because if you followed me the other morning, I talked about where I did a sketch in here of knee buckles. They wear their pants. If you look here on his pants, they just come right below the knee. And they have straps there, and they have what they call knee buckles. They also have buttons. But I have to laugh because now every time I look at the legs here, I see the knee buckles. And he's going to be a little bit taller than she is. She's kind of behind him in my sketch here. And then he's got some shoes. We'll just give him a couple of shoes like feet there. And he's got a kind of a collar on. And he's got a braid. And I'm just going to give him a face like that. And let's give him a hat here. There. All right, I'm happy with that. I could make her dress a little bit longer. Bring it down this way. I'm happy with that. And that's just a real light sketch of looking at this. Let's give it some light colors here. Let's see. Yellow isn't going to look good. Let's go for the orange because her dress is kind of a gold. This part is kind of goldish in here. And her sleeves. Kind of like that. And I don't know, the blue, I guess that will work. My blue turns out looking green when I sketch on this manila paper here. It turns my blue green, which is okay for this. And everything else there is white. The collar's white. I think I'm going to make it maybe this light green just because her head is white and her hair is white. Now his breeches is blue, but they're going to be green too if I color them. Maybe if I go for this dark blue. Let's go for the dark blue. And he's got those knee breeches on. And his coat is actually green. His coat is actually green. And so we'll give him a green coat here. Green in there. Oops. Let's give him some shoes here. Give him a blue hat. There we go. So that's just a real fast little sketch. That was really kind of fun to do. Let's go do another one. This is kind of like, may I have this dance? So that's number 4. May I have this dance? Now, I don't know what she's doing here. Oh, look. She's curtsying to him. And he's bowing to her. Let's do her curtsying. We'll do this. Whoops. Yeah. Let's see if I got these in my gallery. See if I can expand this. There. So, can I fit her in here? So move her over a little here. She's got a fancy scarf going on in here and some curly hair. And I'm not putting any facial features in them. I don't know what that is. I guess that's part of her dress, I guess. Her arm comes down this way, and it's got a... This is part of her arm. Make her hat bigger here. I'll put dance over here. And then she's got a... I just think these are charming. Just charming. Got a dress like that going on. Something like that. We'll leave it like that. And then he is bowing to her. See if I can't start with the arm here. And he's got his ruffle and an arm coming down this way and this way and ruffles. May I have this dance, madam? When he's bowing, he's bowing, so his coat is going to go off to a slant here. We've got coattails off on here. And he's got knee breeches on too. And if you could see their expressions on their face, they're kind of cartoonish. I'm not putting faces on them, but I just think these are charming. He's got it cut there. All right, and it looks like he's holding his 3-cornered hat. He's holding his 3-cornered hat in his hand. Number 5. I'm just going to call this whole thing, May I Have This Dance? May I have this dance? Just fun to do. Just plain fun. Now she's got a blue dress on, and my blue, come on, flip. My blue turns green on this manila paper. So let's give her Let's see what this rose color will do here. This is all her dress in here. See, you don't really, when you're doodling or sketching like this, I don't have to sit here and color every little corner of it. If you just get some color on the page, that kind of fills in the figure there. Let's give her a pink up in here for her hat. Let's give her some pink in there. And then I don't think the yellow's going to show up too good, so let's make this green. Pink and green. And I'm going to leave her hair white. Let's see if I can put some red roses in here. No, it won't show up too well. Give it some floral. Just give it a floral dress. Just charming, charming, charming. Now I'm going to make his. He's got a red coat on, so let's go do that in red. His collar there, maybe a little hint of red in there. A red sleeve. So even though this isn't drawn to proportion, it still gives you an idea of what. Let's make his pants. Let's make them gold here. It still gives you an idea of the picture. And then he's got his three-corner hat going on in here. I love that three-corner hat. My hat, it has three corners. There we go. So that was fun. I enjoyed doing that. Let's see what you guys are chatting about. That was my last one. So that was 5 doodles. As far as doodling on an envelope, I think this one maybe in here, if I color this in maybe like this, and this point, I kind of missed it in there. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one at all. But that's okay to be unsure. I like this. Let's see, what else can I do in there? Let's go back and I can do those leaves. Let's do those leaves real quick. One or two, maybe. Let's pull that green. The leaf kind of comes like this. Like that. It's got 3, and then it kind of comes like that. It has a Now this is a woodcut, so they aren't meant to be fine detail. It's kind of a pattern, I think, for a woodcut too. kind of like that, and then going up around in here again. Okay, so that kind of looks Christmassy to me. Let's grab an envelope or two. Let's see what you guys are saying. Let's see what you're saying to me. You'll stick to your jeans. Cheryl, I'll have to check those out. You have a video on those dresses. Patterns. Some of those patterns were intricate. I love my jeans, but I would love to try one of those dresses little Cheryl, sister Cheryl, is crafting. My preferred outfit consists of jeans and a tee, Mina says. They have dresses or dresses out there on sale for $165. Carly, in the Victorian era, they have literature of a man placing his knee in the small of the woman's back and lacing her corset up. Oh, okay. Mary, your draw figures in such great perspective. Has it always come easy for you? Crystal, no. It hasn't always come easy for me. And if you look at some of my drawings, you'll see that they are just as much out of perspective as a beginning person's, you know? But what I found is when you go out and you try stuff like this and you just doodle, sometimes the charm, CHARM, of what you're doing comes through. And if you just keep working with it and don't give up, don't try so hard to make it look exactly like what you're working with. So the answer is no, it hasn't always come easy for me. I keep going now. Probably why the upper class had maids. Otherwise, dressing would take hours. Carly says, do I have a channel? All shades of purple. Hi, Lise. Lise Bedard. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Welcome. You cannot draw a stick figure, but I love to color. Well, then you do what you love. You do what you love to do, Lise. Or I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Lise? Is it Lisa? Do what you love to do. Because, and then try things like this. But if it doesn't come out, don't get discouraged. Keep trying. But if you like to color, go color. Have fun. That's what art is all about. Jenna said, I guess it was stretches to maybe 1776 at least. Colonial, Cheryl, 1600 to early 1700. They did have funny looking hats back then. Yeah, they were three-cornered hats. Carly, how women walk in those high heels and dance is hard today, but say with a 10-pound dress. Yeah. Thank you, Giovanna. Back then, the men's heels were often higher than the ladies' heels. In my book, you can never say too many hellos. That's true, Cheryl. I wonder if they were wearing high heels. Wonder how much those dresses weighed. I can't imagine wearing those dresses. I just can't imagine. I guess I'm kind of with Mina. Give me a comfy pair of a tee and a comfy pair of slacks. These doodles are really good brain exercises. They are, especially that woodcut one. I had to think about that. Lise. I don't know if it's Lisa or Lise. I'm here and excited to have found this channel. Well, welcome. You Googled the disc stone? That disc stone turned out pretty good. I think I'm going to try it on an envelope here. Let's go back to it here. Let's try to do an envelope. Only let's do this. I kind of like this, and I might work in some of this curvy ironwork in there. So let's take a piece of paper and put in here. I might have to zoom out now in order to show everything I'm doing. Yeah. My phone wants to travel. Yeah. Let's zoom out a little. And that way? No, this way. This way. Come on. One more. Nope, that's as far as it's going. Okay. So I'm going to work on this envelope. Let's pull this book over a little. And I got my wax paper out here. Got my tea. It's funny, I went to Walmart to find these paper clips with the different colored plastic, you know, these, the colored big ones. I couldn't find it. All I found at Walmart was the Pen Plus Gear, the larger ones. And I went to the Dollar Tree, and here I found them. Yay! Those are going to go on my Pocket Pal gals. Okay, we're going to do this lotus blossom on an envelope here, because that was really kind of simple to do. Let's see if I can do it without messing it up. I'm looking for my black marker. Address area will go in here and in there. Let's do it over here first. Let's just do it in here. So let's bring it out this way and this way, and let's make a point. And that's kind of thick, so there. Now let's see if I can work some of this fancy ironwork in here. I call it ironwork. So let's see. Let's go. I have to figure out how I want to do this. Do I want to do it this way? I think I do. This way. And this way. And let's put a couple bars, and I can even put a little lotus leaf in there. And let's bring it out this way and that way. And let's just keep going with my little leaf. No, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm going to do it. And let's go over here and do the same thing, sort of. Like this. And like that. Put the 2 bars. Do a leaf. And let's bring it that way. And that way. And actually, I put a little leaf in there. And then I brought this one around that way, sort of. Now I'm going to make that a little bit more intricate in there. I feel like I need something in here. Oh, we'll leave it like that. And let's just do a line. And let's run a line down this way. Now let's give it some color. The color will look different on the envelope because it's white. That when you work on those manila envelopes, it changes the look of the color. I'm trying to get my green marker out here. Let's do this in green here. Let's do these. I don't know what a lotus looks like, but they're going to be pink in here. And I'm going to make these pink, even though they could be green for leaves, but I like them pink. And let's see. Do I want to do anything to see how it looks on the inside there? It soaks through. I put a piece of paper there to catch it from, especially when I do. And see, it'll come down this way. So let's play with the back here. Let's just keep going here. Let's get the black out again. So if it comes down, let's oh, that's not the, that's my brush marker. Let's bring this back down here. That's blue. So we know my envelope is going to be glued down in this area. Let me just draw a line like that. That doesn't have to be perfect. These are just doodle envelopes. I'm not going for a lot of perfection here. Yeah. Now let's bring the lotus like that. And sort of like that. That may look a little weird, but for right now, I guess it could go that way. And let's just give it a doodle in there. And what, I got a black spot there. Let's play with it then. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just playing. I'm just playing with it. May or may not turn out. Let's see. could do something similar on the other side. No, I don't like that right now, but where's my cap to this? What happened to the cap? Ah! Lost the cap to it. Yeah. Oh, I kind of like that. I kind of like that. Let's give it another curl in here. What happened to the cap to this pen? It fell off and it fell away. And it's a fairly fresh one, too. There it is. Ah! I don't like losing the caps. Let's go ahead and finish this off. Maybe it'll turn out better than I thought. Maybe it'll turn out better than I thought. But let's color this green. What did I do over here? I left it white. I'm going to make this color that in. Now, You know what I really want? Let's try this. I'm just playing. I just feel like playing tonight. And all this is a chisel tip marker, a cheap one. This is a Pen Plus Gear one I got at Walmart. I think you pay about $2 for 4 of them. Around in there. I don't remember the exact price. But I like the chisel ones when I do large areas of backgrounds here. I'm just filling in the color. And I'm not too concerned that I get every little spot colored in. I'm not too concerned about it. Let's see how that looks. Ooh, I kind of like it. I think I'll leave the top white. Now, what shall we do here on the front? See why I put my paper in there? I didn't have it all the way down. Let's go do something on the front here. Let's do something on the front. Let's see if I can't do one in the, let's see. Yeah, come on. And of course it would have one coming down that way. I'm not going to do it down that way. So let's go this way. I'll put one in here. No, I'm going to go around that way because that's the way I went. Now I just put my address area in there. Maybe a little one in here. I should probably still put a stamp there. Yeah, it's getting dry. My pen is. One more. Alrighty. Let's do some coloring in here. Oops, that's purple. Where's my pen? Yeah, that's fun. Now, I did all this orange kind of filling in here with this marker. And what I want to do is kind of bring that maybe on the edges here. Just kind of, sort of. Just to bring that same color over to the front. Shall I give this away? Shall we have a giveaway? I feel a giveaway coming on here. I do another one, but it takes a little bit to do these. Let's bring this over in here. I'm ready to move on. Let's have a giveaway. And if I have your address, whoever wins it, if I have your address, I'll mail it tomorrow. If I don't have your address, you'll need to get it to me. If you get it to me tonight, I'll still mail it tomorrow. I have to go to the post office tomorrow. I think I can still go in there with. So. And then I'll put whoever wins it over here. So, here it is. We're going to have a giveaway for this. I'm going to do it right now. A Doodle envelope giveaway. And it won't be anything in it. Oh, I might put a card in it. I might put one of these cards in it. Here, I got an extra card. I'll put a card in it. These are going to go in my Happy Mail. I think I got an extra one here. I'll put a card in it. I'll put a little note inside the card. Okay. So, the envelope, oh, will it fit? It just fits. That card just fits. So what we're going to do, let me get out here. Who's still here? 45 of you are in here. Hi, Josie. Hi, JL. Hi, Crystal. Cheryl is here. Janet is here. Branson is. Hi, Branson. River City. Suzanne. Lise. Crystal. Hello, everybody. Thanks for bearing with me while I played with the doodles. Let's have a giveaway. Let me first go out to, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Let's open up my Google and go to random.org. random sequence number generator. Hopefully I'm there. That was my last one. Let's go back. Oops, that didn't work. Random. Org. Yeah. Well, that isn't what I want. Let's go home. It's doing the... All right, we're not going to do the sequence one because there's only going to be one. There's only going to be one person. I got it between 1 and 100. There's only going to be one winner. The person that's closest to it without going over. One number, please. I will mail it international. If you're international, you can still play. I'll put an international stamp. This will go international. So if you're from overseas or Canada, wherever you are, you're welcome to play, but you need to get me your address. And if you get it to me yet tonight, my address is in the description box. So down toward you scroll down, it's in the description box below this video, TheMeriAtelier at gmail.com. If you get it to me tonight, I might already have it depending on who wins. So I think I'm all set up between 1 and 100. Don't say anything until I say go. One number from 1 to 100. One number closest to the number without going over. No chat in between. Try to hold the chat until we pick the winner because, well, with only 48 in here, it's not as likely, but still, just hold the chat until we pick the winner. Okay, go. If you don't have your number out, get it out there. I'm going to count down from 10 here in a few seconds. I always like to give it a little lag time. For those, there's always a little bit of lag. Looks like we're done. I'm going to count down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. I feel like Dee Dee when I do this. 4. Welcome to everybody who's come in. 3, 2, 1. Stop. Okay. Let's go see who won. Debbie was the last one. Thank you, Holly, for putting that in there for me. All right, now I'm going to go out to, and I don't know if you guys can see this. I guess you can see it pretty good. All I have to do is generate. Here we go. Generate. 39. Who had the closest to 39? 39 without going over. Branson, you were over by 1. Janet had 37. Was it Janet? Was it Janet? Congratulations, Janet. Woohoo! Well, Janet, I have your address, so I'll pop over tomorrow, right after my marathon. And I'll drop this in the mail for you. There you go. That was fun. That was fun. It's nothing special. It's just a bunch of doodles on an envelope. But it's fun to do. It's fun to do. That was fun for me to do. So let's put my markers away. How about some art trivia? Are you guys ready for some art trivia? And welcome to everybody who's come in. I saw some new faces out there when the screen was scrolling there. Thanks for dropping by. And welcome to all the old faces too. That was fun to do. And I do think that these markers, if you go to your Dollar Tree and see these permanent markers, they look something like, these are the black ones. They look something like this, only there's 6 in a package and they're the different colors. And if you're getting them just to doodle on envelopes or something, for $1, I don't think they can be beat. Well, Pen Plus Gear comes pretty close to beating them, but yeah, I'll buy them again if they're still out there, if they keep stocking them. So, yep, they have my vote. They have my vote. I have to show you this. Do I have it here? Yeah, I do. I went to, we got a little quilt store downtown, and I had to go to the bank again today. And so I stopped, I wanted another dragonfly charm for my charm, so I stopped at that little quilt store. And this was the fabric that they had on sale in the back. And I think it's so pretty. I just got a half yard. Their fabric is pretty expensive. I mean, it's a quilt store, but this was selling for $6 a yard on sale, and I got a half yard, so I paid $3 for this. But I can see this going on a journal cover. I can see it going in my mixed media art someplace. So I picked up a half yard of that. And then I picked up my dragonfly charms. But what I want to show you here, I got some, I'm not a beater, so I don't really, I like how she wraps it up in, she puts it in a little baggie and then she wraps the baggie up in tissue paper. Isn't that nice? Let's put the fabric there to hold it. Let me zoom in again so you can see what I'm going to show you here. Plus, 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 plus. Yeah, that's pretty good. So, what I got here, and forgive my hands, that was from the ATCs, I think I did. What I got here are some, well, I got these little fleur-de-lis. They're going to go on ATCs, probably week 7. And I got some more I bought the last 3 dragonflies because I want to put, Holly asked for a dragonfly ATC. I did the dragonfly, was it the squirrel one? Yeah, the squirrel and the dragonfly. So I bought some more so I can give Holly one. And I got some of these, but look, I got these little wings. I got these little wings for 10 cents a piece. And then I was looking at the beads and I found these little, they called them Czech something or other. Czech, CGECH, like Czechoslovakia. But they're, I don't know if you can see it on here or not. It's a little crystal. And of course, this is a bead with the wings. And what I want to do is thread a wire, maybe a copper wire through there, and put a little tassel on the bottom and make little angels. Alley Kate was a bead shop in the town where I go banking and shopping. Town is Hastings, but it's called Calico Cottage. Calico Cottage. They have beads and quilt and scrapbooking and something else. They have some ice resin in there. This is their summer newsletter. I noticed that they're going to do a pouring class, POUR. And it kind of, let's see, they do a quilt, they're going to do a quilt show, or they did a quilt show. They did a shop hop. I don't participate. Adams County Fair. Oh, look, there's a downtown sidewalk sale on August 10th. The State Fair. Looks like it threads across Nebraska is another quilt thing, I think, and a shop hop. But they're going to do a pouring class, Pour, and I had to laugh because I go, they very seldom do paint. They used to do a lot of needlework, but they don't do that anymore. But this is a shop where I went upstairs and my mouth dropped open. See, they got a basic embroidery class, quilt class. I should try to take one of these beginning quilt classes. Yeah, that's all I need is to get another hobby, huh? Table runner, dancing triangles. What's new at the market? Quilting. I don't see the one about they must going to be doing it for something else. But I thought I'd try. We got some copper wire. I'm going to use that copper wire on my journal cover over here. Well, the one where I have the butterflies. I'm going to make some antenna. But it's a kind of a deep orange copper. And what I'd like to do is thread that copper through here. And maybe I could even make a little halo and thread it through the bead. This is probably about as far as I can get zoomed in. I don't think I can get zoomed in any further. Maybe I can. Yeah. Oops, wrong way. There. So what I'd like to do is take a little piece of copper wire, thread it through the wing, thread it up through the bead, make a little halo, take the bottom one and thread it around and make a little tassel and make little angel charms. And the wings were only 10 cents a piece and the little crystal beads were only 10 cents a piece. And I've got embroidery thread. So I'll be playing with doing that. Those will probably go on my ATCs, one of the ATCs. So you'll be seeing me doing that. So I maybe spent about $4 on beads and $3 on the fabric. Wasn't too bad. I was good. They have a section where they do ice resin. Oh, is that tempting? I might do that in August. Might be a me from me purchase for my birthday in August. Some ice resin. I've been eyeing it. We will see. But these charms, I figure they're 10 cents a piece for the charms. That's not a bad deal. I could do 10 of them for $1, and we got 10 in the. And Aunt Beck, are you still here? You could use bead caps too. That's a good idea, Cheryl. I'm not telling you, Crystal. I'm not telling you. Aunt Beck's still here. Why did I ask if Aunt Beck was still here? Oh, I want to know. Are you for sure going to divide the groups into 5 instead of 10? If you are, I have 10 ATCs for each one for sure. If you do that into 5, I'll do 2 groups. But I can't do 2 groups if you don't divide it into 5. You understand what I'm saying? Let me zoom out again here. Doop, 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 doop. Down, 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 down. Okay. So you can put me in a second group if you make 5 each. I don't know. I think you're waiting to see who signs up. But just keep that in mind. Because I am planning for 10 ATCs. Okay. Yeah, a card only, guys. I don't mind cards. Don't give me a lot of stuff. I mean, you guys are so good to me. You guys are so good to me. Just an ATC or something like that. I appreciate. Send me your table scraps. Send me your table scraps. Oh dear. Let's do some art trivia. Let's do some art trivia. Let me get my book out here. I got 3 art trivia words, and since I've been reading about the 1920s, all of these words relate to art that was done in the 1920s. Let's get some paper out here. And composition books. School supplies are out now. Composition books are on sale. I saw some for 50 cents today. I didn't pick them up because I didn't want to spend a lot of money. That's my calligraphy. We'll see how this pen does. Okay, we're going to do some art trivia. And when we do art trivia, we are not... we're not playing art trivia, we're building art trivia. So I give you a word and I give you the answer, and then you give me meanings that may be right, or pretty close to being right, but they could fool you because they're really wrong. And you have to tell you guys come up with some really good answers. Art trivia. The skin on your hand looks young. I don't know. I'm older. I'm pretty old. I don't mind saying, I think it'll be my 68th birthday. Am I 68 or 69? I forgot. I think I'll be 68 this year. Yeah, I'm an oldie goldie. I'm enjoying I'm enjoying my old age. If you make the groups into 5, it's easier for me to, Becky, Cheryl says. Yeah, I think Becky was talking about doing that. And I could actually do, because I am planning for 10 people, but I could join 2 groups. If there's, but Becky, if you're still here, Becky, don't put me in a group put me in a group to fill up a group. But if you don't, don't make a separate group just because I'm hanging out there. Use everybody. But, if you need to fill in, use me. Because I can always have a giveaway what I'm saying is don't start another group just because of me. But if you need somebody to fill in, I'm there. Lovely skin? I don't know. I don't know about that. You've got painty hands. All right, let's go get my trivia words. We don't need Google anymore. Let's go get my trivia words. Art trivia. The first word is frottage. Some of you guys might know these. Frottage. Now I'm going to give you the meaning. And then you give me wrong meanings. So it is a method where one takes a pencil or other drawing tool. I mean, I would think they do this in grade school and high school art, and makes a rubbing over a textured surface. And that's called a frottage. And I actually learned about this reading about art in the 1920s. And I think, what was I reading about? Surrealism or Art Deco? I can't remember. But that's where I picked up that word. And makes a rubbing. And that's called frottage. So let's see what you guys say frottage is. Frottage. Debbie's a baby. You just enjoy your next 18 years, Debbie. Make the most of them. That's my advice to you young'uns out there. Because I'll tell you, 68 will pop up on you sooner than you realize. But don't worry about it either, because I have to tell you, I'm enjoying my life so far. But I'm not seriously ill. I don't have big issues. I've got things to deal with. But frottage is smelly cheese. Frog cottage. Frog cottage. A refreshing dessert with fresh fruit. A refreshing dessert with fresh fruit. I got fruit, fresh fruit. A garnish. Allie K, she's a young'un. You just enjoy your next 30 years, Allie K. Smelly cheese. I love the smelly cheese one, man. Smelly cheese. Old fruit. Sounds like a potato dish. Frozen cottage cheese on a stick. That sounds like it, like frottage. Frozen cottage cheese on a stick. Ew. Oh, that might, if you like cottage cheese, that may not be bad. Put a little honey on it. And then some chocolate. Chocolate and cottage cheese? I don't know. Decorated fruit. A menu item at an ant farm restaurant. Oh, you guys are making me giggle. On, let's see, at an ant farm restaurant. Squash, no, let's see, cheese, squash casserole. Something you sit on. Frottage, drying cheese. Drying cheese is frottage. Squash casserole, I got that. Squash casserole, did I get that? Yeah, I got that here. Squash casserole, something you sit on, drying cheese. You can sit on it, Holly. Cheryl. Holly says, Cheryl, you can sit on it. Well, Crystal, you're still young. You're still young. You enjoy your next 20 years. Oh, my hands and arms look well used. Foot massage. Ooh, that sounds good. A foot massage. The formation of scum on canned food. Oh dear. How about moldy pen, mode on a pen, mode on a paint pen, a marker, mode on a marker. That's what I think. Mode on a marker. You know how sometimes you get your markers wet and they get moldy? We'll call that frottage. Happy birthday, Crystal. Wait a minute, Crystal, when was your birthday? Oh, you turned 59 last week. Well, happy birthday, Crystal. Happy birthday to you. That's all I'm going to sing. A lotion. Good night, JL. Thanks for popping in. Becky, I will stay in the group of 10. I need another week to send out. Oh, you're going to have a group of 10. No, I'll go 2 groups of 5. I like the idea that I can send to 10 different people. Well, I'd be sending to 10 people anyway, but I like the idea that I can join smaller groups, 2 smaller groups. Really doesn't make too much of a difference, but except she might need to fill some groups. They're saying goodnight to JL. A 70s hairstyle, Holly says. Frotage. Name for the flower worn on a hat. Name for flower worn on hat. Good night, Teresa. Thanks for coming. Teresa saying good night. An appetizer. Frotage appetizer. Mary, don't feel it. Good. Let's have a footage party. A frotage party. A frotage party. Joan says, gotta go. Big day tomorrow. Bye, Joan. Thanks for popping in. Good night. What Dennis used to fill your teeth. So what is that, a tooth filling? Good night, Lise. Thanks for coming. You're welcome to come back. I stream on Tuesday and Thursday mornings at 7:30. At 4:30 to 7:30, and or a little after. I'll do impromptus on Monday and Wednesdays, depending on if I get up or not. And Friday nights at 7:30 p.m. Beth Schuler will stream tomorrow night at 7 Eastern. Tanya at 12 noon. Tanya McGuire at 12 noon on Sunday. Lisa Conway, My Eclectic Life, at 7 p.m. on Monday. And Becky at Beck's Creations at 7 p.m. on Wednesday night. And of course, there's Dee Dee Willingham at 8:30 Eastern on Monday, Wednesday, and sometimes Friday if she's doing it. And then there's I call them all the Ustream gals. Kathy Berg and Janet Young and the musical scrapper Debbie Epps. I'm still learning when they stream. I think Janet usually streams at 1 o'clock on Mondays in the afternoon after Dee Dee streams. And then there's, what's her name? Oh, I can't remember her name. I don't get out there. Miss Linux. Miss Linux, two something. Good night, Lisa. Oh, that Lise, okay. Joan left. Becky, we'll enjoying the butterflies today. Luggage suitcase. Frotage is luggage in a suitcase. Am I following that? Oh, Aunt Beck did a blue cow. I've never seen a blue cow. I never hope to see one. But I can tell you this anyhow, I'd rather see than be one. Holly's got to go make up the bed for her granddaughter. Lena, Miss Linux 210. Thank you, Allie K. She streams on Tuesday afternoons. Thank you, Allie K. Oh, and don't forget Vicki Ross. Vicki Ross usually streams about 4:30 p.m. in the afternoon, around 4:30 Central Time on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Vicki does beautiful art. How you feel after eating too much chocolate? I am still working on the chocolate that Branson sent me. That's good chocolate. Swiss chocolate. How you feel after eating too much chocolate? All right. Stop. Stop. Are you doing the journal Tanya is hosting? Yes, I am. Tanya and Lisa, My Eclectic Life, they are doing mini journals, one a month in 2019, the way I understand it. And in July, let me show you mine. It's here. It's here. It's here. I even found my little string of butterflies here. See, and I'm going to get some of that copper wire. It's kind of a pretty orange copper, and I'm going to make some little antenna. My butterflies, this is fabric that I got at Walmart, and I cut out the butterfly here and glued it on cardboard. This was made out of, this was made off of a flap from the Happy Mail that Norma Branson Limo sent in the Happy Mail box, so I used the flap to make the cover. And then they're going to do the binding on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday at 12 noon Central Time on Lisa's channel. So I have to get out and look at that video yet. The video, I think, is done, it's called Long Stitch Binding, and I think it's a sea lemon video. So this is my cover. My cover looks a lot like what Tanya did with the little square in here. Her square in here might be a little bit larger than mine. I'm not sure. And then I made 5 signatures. And Tanya and Lisa covered their signatures with alternating colors, which I thought was really nice. But since my cover is so colorful, I decided to stay with all black. So, and then the other morning on in one of my live streams, I did one signature out here. I'm calling this my magic journal, and it's all about what art journaling means to me, and in just kind of one sentence words like art studies, my stamping ground, mind mapping. I can try new techniques, drawing space. I can draw in my art journals, and I might go in. And I still have the other 4 signatures to do. I have to come up with 40 more meanings for me. But I might go in and then journal down in here a little bit more about collection pages. I like to collect images, or I might talk about those en masse art journals pages that Shannon Green does, where, you know, she collects all A's or all B's, all C's. But also I have no critic zone. Art journaling is a no critic zone. So I have 5 signatures to do. So that's what I'm doing with Tanya and Lisa this month. Yeah, thanks for mentioning that, because that'll be Tuesday, this coming Tuesday at 12 noon at Lisa My Eclectic Life. And Linda McAllister is the guest. So then I'm going to I haven't put this on here yet because I'm going to wait until everything's all done and bound. And then these, of course, was a string of beads that I got at Joann's. But I'm just going to let it string. I'm thinking to glue it down because I like that it hangs, but I don't know. I think I'll just maybe I'll just glue it halfway down and let this part dangle. I'm still deciding that. But that's what I'm doing with Lisa and Tanya this month. A frottage is a potato. Thank you. Hi, Mark. Hi, Branson. Did I say hello to you? Okay, stop. 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 Potato. I'll put a potato. Thank you, Debbie. You're working on yours? I'm not fast. I got 4 more signatures to do. All right, let's go to the next word. Frottage really means it's a method of taking a pencil or a drawing tool and making a rubbing. Those are called frottages. Okay, next word. The next word, I got to get my paper out here. Broke my fingernail. The next word is I don't know if I can even pronounce it. DECALCOMANIA. Decomania. And it's a process of transferring designs from prepared paper onto glass or porcelain. A technique used by some surrealist artists, which involves pressing paint between sheets of paper, which reminds me of that, what do you call when we press that paint down and lift it up and you get that textured design? We were doing that. I forget what that was called. But anyway, the main meaning is the process of transferring designs from a prepared paper to glass or porcelain. So think of decomania. The process, but I read about it when I was reading about surrealism, of transferring. I think some of the surrealist artists did this, pressing paint between sheets of paper. Designs from prepared paper onto glass or porcelain. Let's see what you guys say it is. Sticker books. Branson said, yes, you did. Say hello, but I enjoyed hearing it again. Branson sent me this sign. I love it. I keep it out right by my desk. Be the reason somebody smiles today. But just don't laugh at me. I like this little sign, Branson. It reminds me to not be gloomy all the time. I can be gloomy. Oh, Susan said she already gave potato. Debbie says she's got a lot of work to do. I do too. You mean on that journal? Yeah. Decomania. They were on the other day. I'm working on that video now. Yeah, I think they were embellishing pages the other day. I thought they were going to be on Tuesday. I looked at them for them on Tuesday and they weren't on. And I saw that they were out there on Wednesday, but I was already in another chat that I didn't want to leave. Sticker books. Sticker books. That's pretty close. Phobia of decals. Insomnia. It sounds like insomnia, doesn't it, Anne? Insomnia. Decomania. A Mary Poppins song rejected in favor of supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Meaning, I'm not going to spell that whole word out. I'm going to put a rejected Mary Poppins song. Oh dear, decomania. Underarm deodorant for Sasquatch. Oh, Sharon. Underarm deodorant. Sasquatch is that big old half human, half monster guy out there, right? Sasquatch. He's one of those half human guys. Creatures. Obsession with decals. That could very, very close. Decomania. My mom had decomania in the 70s. Shall I put a 70s fad? Oh dear. Sue says my mom had a. Oh dear. Good night, Elena. Thanks for coming. I didn't even see her come in. The way you feel after designing all day. after designing all day. I only have, yeah. Branson, you're the reason I smile, Mary, so much more than you know. Aw, thank you, Branson. You guys put me in a good mood, I have to tell you. Suzanne says good night. Good night, Suzanne. December early Christmas merch. December early Christmas merch, meaning merchandise. Early Christmas merch. Decomania. Manic depressant that loves steakhouse. Oh. A rock group. Sounds like a rock group. I might pick that. Decomania. A game aliens play. Let's go play some Decomania tonight. Fear of calculators. Don't you bring that number thing in my house. It adds up all my bills. Art Deco overload. You know, I can't help thinking about the year, well, it would be 1919, wouldn't it? Before the no, it would be 1929. The year that it crashed, before that was the year of the crash. Now we're not at 2029, but we are at 2019. We're ready to go into the 20s. So we've had a very, especially here in the United States, the last few years have been very, very positive, very economically. Our economy's been on the upswing. People are a lot more positive. And I can't help comparing it to what was going on during the 1920s, which says to me, you know, you can't stop. Like there would be no way that any one person could stop a stock market crash in the year 2029. But it makes me, getting serious here now, it makes me think, what could I do if I didn't, for myself, if I saw something like that, or I thought the economy was going to go bust or something? What could I do for myself? What would you do? Would you take your money and hide it under a mattress so you could go get out $10 to buy a piece of bread or something? You know? I mean, you look at the 1930s and what those people went through. That's, you know, and not only that, then they had the Dust Bowl and all that to deal with, you know, and my parents went through that. You know, I heard Dad talk about it a little. I never really heard my parents complain. I think they were okay. They made it through okay, but I don't know. It just makes you think of, what would you do personally if you thought your country was heading down that path? All right, I'm off on a rabbit trail. I got Art Deco overload. A new card game. Decomania. A new card game. That's a good one. I like that one. Who said that? Cheryl did. An instrument played by Munchkin. Oh, Sharon. An instrument played by Munchkins. But yeah, in August, I'm going to focus on the 1920s. And Laura suggested that, and I thought that was a really good idea. But I don't do too much in the way of surrealism and Dadaism and well, Art Deco I could probably go for. I like the Art Decos, but I'm going to try to focus on the art and maybe the styles, clothing styles. I'll try to stay away from all the, well, you know, we'll probably get into the speakeasies and the jazz and all that. I mean, as far as discussing it, but I'll I'll try not to dwell too much on the upcoming crash. Start withdrawing cash and stash it in a fireproof something. Yeah. Well, and then you think about people breaking into your house if they're so desperate, you know, and they know all the good hiding places. Like, people will hide things in their vacuum cleaners and hide it in the frozen meat freezers. My grandfather was born in 1903. Ooh, that's cool, Debbie. All right, stop. We're going to go to the next word. We got plenty here. One more word. One more art trivia word coming up. Art trivia. One more word. Now, I am going to do a marathon tonight, so I may only go till about 11:30 Central Time tonight. So, and then I'll probably take a break until 1 o'clock, and then I'll start my marathon at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'll go from 1 till 4. And then I'll probably take a break and start about 5:30 and go from 5:30 to about 9:30. And then I'll go mail Janet's letter. All right, let's get the last word here. Let's get the last word. The last word is parsmage. Parssemage. It's a surrealist, and I don't know what that word was. Automatic method. Here, let me go. Put a space in there. Come on. There. In the visual arts, invented by, I can't even pronounce it, but it's a method where dust or charcoal or colored chalk is scattered on the surface of water and then skimmed off by passing a stiff paper or cardboard under the water's surface. So when you think of our shaving cream technique, where they have water and they put all that colored chalk or shaving cream on there, and then they slip their paper underneath and lift up. Well, here they're doing it with dust from charcoal or colored chalk. So it's a surrealistic technique. That's where I picked it up. I was looking at surrealism. So that's where some of this comes from. Surrealistic technique invented by somebody. I can't even pronounce his name. I'm not going to put that in there. In which dust from charcoal or chalk is scattered on the surface of water and then skimmed off. And I'm going to quit there. And then skimmed off with paper. You get the idea. It's like the shaving cream technique. It's called parsmage. Parssemage or something like that. Let's see what you guys say. You say. And Beth said, my grandmother that raised me was born in 1908. My grandfather was born in 1901. Gosh, my dad was born in 1912 and my mother in 1914. So my mom could be almost as old, not quite as old as your grandmother and grandfather and back. A boy in the medieval time that collected parsley. A medieval boy who collected parsley. He must have liked those green parsleys. Parsmage. That sounds like it, Holly. A place where pastors live, like a parsonage. Yeah, that's good. A place where pastors live, like a parsonage. A strong weather condition in Nebraska. Could very well be a strong weather. Probably a lot of heat with wind and humidity. But then it goes east to Nebraska and travels off to the East Coast. I'm sure you learned so much from them, Aunt Beth. A particularly tasty type of parsley that world-class chefs prefer. Tasty parsley preferred by world-class chefs. Dripping paint technique. That's what it sounds like. Dripping paint technique. That's a good one. I'd go for that one. My grandmother was born in 1890. Ooh, that's cool, Cheryl. Diagramming sentences. Did you all have to diagram English sentence in English class? Do you have to diagram sentences? Do the noun and the adjective and the verb and the adverbs. You guys have to do all that? We had to. I could probably get the noun, adjectives, and adverbs. The object and what else? The object of the noun and nouns and pronouns, all that stuff. A GPS map for a garden traveling gnome. A GPS map for a garden traveling gnome. These are good. You guys really come up with some. An Italian dish. A new Italian dish. That sounds yummy, actually. With lots of cheese in it. Made us do it on a fishbone diagram. Oh, something like this. And then it'd go up that way and this way. Like you might have your noun here and your adjective and maybe a verb there or something. I can't remember where the verbs went to. The noun does the verb, I guess. Hated it. I like the diagramming. I didn't always get the order right, but I like to watch the words go into diagrams. Reminded me of mind mapping. Or mind mapping reminds me of it. English was a big D and F for me. Well, I have to tell you, grammar. I like English because I love stories and I like novels and that, but I'm not so great with grammar, Holly. I'm not so great with it, so I'm probably right there with you. I wouldn't say I got all A's in it. Giovanna loved it. A person that writes up legal jargon for websites. A person who writes, don't get me started on the legal jargon for websites. That's all that stuff we don't read too well, huh? I'm not going to get into that. The subject. Yeah, oh yeah, the subject. Subject and object. English was a bit, oh, let's see. Yes, loved it, understood the grammar, but the diagram confused me. Well, I always get mixed up with the who and the whom's, and I figured out thee and thou's, but the who and the whom's always mixed me up. What, which, and that, those always confused me. Still do. And I'm mad at the kids today don't have to. Those kids saying they get to use calculators too. I got the kids elementary school and some graduates. I got kids in elementary school and some graduates. Wow, Debbie. That's cool. Janice says, this year marks the 100th anniversary of the radical German art school known as the Bauhaus, an alternative to surrealism in 1929. Yes. And I think that Bauhaus school flourished until Nazi Germany got into power. I think the Bauhaus were, I think Nazi Germany kind of, Hitler was a painter, and he didn't do so good. So he became a dictator. But yeah, I think the Bauhaus was kind of kicked out of the art world with Nazi Germany, to paraphrase it. Still the best way to learn grammar, in my opinion. Probably is, Anne. It probably is. I like the diagramming, but like I said, it's the who, which, who and whom, the which, that, which and that. Is it which and that? When to use which and when to use that. And the who and the whom's get me mixed up. A wizard, or MAGE, who specializes in herbology. So we'll say a wizard who specializes in herbology is a parsmage, or however you pronounce it. Is it Josie Karchik? Are you Josie? She says she loved English. I love the novels. I love reading stories, and I love the poetry. I love that part of it. I wouldn't say that I got along too well with the old English, like Shakespeare and some of the old Roman stuff, but some parts I get, some parts are understandable, but we didn't have to do a lot of that. A's in grammar, Janet says, in English, but she hated diagramming sentences. Holly said, let's just say my A classes were the hands-on one, like art, wood shop, metal shop, print shop, drafting, and chorus. You were a very creative person. You were very creative. That's where your talents were, Holly. Mina said she loved everything about English except for diagramming. A fairy tale hidden garden. Ooh, fairy tale hidden garden. You loved Shakespeare when you were 14. Wow. I'm not sure I read Shakespeare when I was 14. I was probably reading, well, I don't know, Nancy Drew probably a little bit earlier than 14. I don't know what I was reading when I was 14. I know when I was in high school, I read just about every novel I could get my hands on, a part that I couldn't tell you now. A lot of mystery novels, a lot of... I liked Michener. I read a lot of Michener in college, and I loved biographies. I loved history. I love historical novels. I still do. Aunt Beck said, one thing that sticks in my mind was when we had to watch In Cold Blood and then do a report on the characters. Ooh. I don't think I ever watched In Cold Blood, and I don't think I ever read about it, Aunt Beck. But it doesn't sound like a happy place. Diddle, Janet. Giovanna says she loved Shakespeare. Wow. Back Windows did an update. Oh, she's back. Windows did an update, Cheryl said. The imagery in Shakespeare is awesome. Now, see, that is probably something I could learn. But I did Shakespeare's In what was it, March? Was my March art or my April art journal was Shakespeare? Josie, yeah, okay. Card Trick 50 is Josie. Okie dokie, let's stop. Done with trivia. Oh, except for Janice's. A stingy witch. Or wizard. We'll put that one in there. All right, done with trivia. Let's see where I am on my list of things to do. We did the doodles. Let's see where I am here. I did those ATCs, and I really wasn't even planning on doing those ATCs. Where did I do those? It must be over here yet. Here. These really turned out nice. Can you see the jars in there? Can you see the jars? I kind of have to look for them, even in real life. But they're there. They're hidden jars. Okay, let's go to my list, which is way at the back. Way at the back. I think I can take this out now. I just glued scraps down. Well, but maybe we should just leave it. I did the doodles. We doodled an envelope. That doodle the envelope was impromptu. Let's see. Where am I at here? My list is here. Let's see. We did the art trivia. I talked about what we're going to do in August. I was going to do some, and I might still. Let's do, well, let me write the doodle. We did Doodle Game 20. And I did an envelope, doodle envelope. I like to kind of keep track. And then that was a giveaway. Let's do, I'll talk about Fibsville. My Miss Mary mysteries. I'm not going to go through the whole background of them because I think most of you know that story by now. But what happened last week, or was that last week, where we caught the lead pencil criminal, or the week before? Let me reach for my dictionary. I have to turn my chair around. I have to pick up papers that fell on the floor here. Just hold a second. I'm reaching for my dictionary. I'm reaching for my dictionary, my painted paper dictionary. So in Fibsville, where we are is the lead pencil criminal's been caught, and he's ready for trial. So this week, Janet and Miss Mary had to attend it wasn't a jury trial. I mean, it's kind of like a misdemeanor. Well, not really a misdemeanor. It was assault and battery. It was assault and battery. So we had to go to the trial for the lead pencil criminal. And by the way, the lead pencil criminal's name, just keep it in your head, is Frederick. It's Jen's Uncle Frederick. Ooh, I kind of like that. A Celanese mask. Can you see that? Can you see that mask there? I don't know how much you can see of it, but let's see. I just want to practice some real quick here. You know how I was saying I wanted to do those fancy letters with the scribble letters? That's what I want to do here. So just like that. M And I'm just going to practice this on a couple of sheets in here. I think his name is Pierre, P-I-E-R Gustafson, does this. When he was going through a book of quotes, and he was writing the entire quote out. Let's see. Mask. A figure of a head worn on a stage in antiquity. Let's see. An often grotesque carved head. Something that serves to conceal or disguise. So let's just write that. Something. Uh-oh, this isn't very good writing. Because I'm losing my something to conceal. And I don't have to be perfect on this. Or disguise. But what I want to capture is how he does those big letters and then he brings them down. I just want to do a couple of these just for fun. And I'm doing them in my my painty paper wipe off. I'm using this dictionary for painty paper wipe offs. Let's see. If I could find a good painty paper one, I'd do it on a painty paper. I don't know on this one. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Where in the, let's see the cues. How would you do the cue? Like that? Let's skip the cues. I got to figure out the how I actually wanted. The M's are easy for me. Would it show up here? Would this show up? It might. What's on here? Rough. R-U-F-F is a wheel-shaped stiff collar worn by men and women in the late 16th and early 17th century. That was like that collar that went like this. Or how did that go? Like this. The figure 8's in there. That was a rough collar. Let's do the R. How am I going to do it here? Figuring out how I want to do this. It's this that he does that just intrigues me, how he does that. And of course, my pen, I try to do it really fast because he does it fast. And I'd probably get a better result if I go slow. R-U-F-F. A stiff collar. That's as far as I'm going to go. A stiff collar. I kind of like that. I don't know about this part. This probably should have come down there. I probably should have made my R like this. Like that. Let's do another R one. Let's find another R word. I'm just playing in my dictionary. Rural. Rural is relating to the country or country people in the country. All right, rural. Let's do the R again. So I want to come up like this, go like this. See, I think if I go slower, I get prettier loops. R-U-R-A-L. I don't have this prettiness in there, but let's put... I'm just going to put country life. COUNTRYLIFE. Just playing in my dictionary. Cold Blood was a true story. Why would they even want to see that? They were both interesting or weird, depending on how you look at them. Harper Lee actually helped him interview the killers. Truman Capote? I guess I was sheltered from that movie. Maybe I'm glad they did. Let's go to the A's. The A's are going to go like that. Okay, let's do an A. I should get out my book of quotes and do because he has fancy ink pens. Well, this is a calligraphy pen. This is a Faber-Castell. But he's got those fancy dancy fountain pens. Let's see. Let's do ask. A-S-K. So let's start here. A. And I'm going to just go slow with my loops. Maybe I'm trying to do them too fast. A. S. Whoops. Part of that is because I don't have the room. Ask. Ask means to call on for an answer, to question. Q-U-E-S-T-I-O-N. I lost my I. That's kind of fun. I enjoy doing this. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm done with that. Let's go. Instead of doing that, let's get out my second signature here. And let's do just a few writing in them. And I'll go to my list. So I'm just playing. Tonight. Thank you guys for coming over and watching me play. What always amazed me was the same author who wrote In Cold Blood also wrote The Breakfast at Tiffany's, Truman Capote. You need something fluid to do it. Yeah, I need more of a fountain pen, but yeah. I got some ink, but I'm not going to go dig it all out. I'm just going to play with what I have here. Let's see. Where was my list? I think it was... I have to find my list. I don't mark these things, and then I go hunting for them. You're going to get a flip of my July journal. Flip of my July journal. I'm getting close. I think I'm getting close. Is this it? No, that's another list. These are the APCs. Chair backs. Borders. Calendar page. Knee buckles. Borders. I feel like maybe doing another envelope. What time is it? It's 10:30. Let's do a couple of these and then let's do another envelope. Now I don't have to do all the pages in here. Let's pull the ones out. 1, 2, to this one I'm not doing, and the tracing paper I'm not doing. Come on, get out of there. That one I'm not doing. I have some pages in there just to break up the eye. Okay, I'll put those back in later. Let's set these over here. Put something on top so they won't blow away. Okay, so this is all about what my art journal means to me. Different things, different techniques I do in it, but what it means to me. Let's see. Let's do a visual record here. I'm not going to have the swoopy down on there. ISUAL. I could on the R though. R. Yeah. That's as good as it's going to get. I'm not going to try to be perfect. Visual record. I can stencil in S. How to make an S. S. T-E-N. For those of you who ask if I ever struggle, you're seeing it right here. But I just keep going till I get to where I want to be. Okay, trivia holder. Let's go here. TRIVIA. I'm just going to put trivia. Well, no, I think I'll put holder. That was what I was thinking. HOLDER. And calendar pages. I do calendar pages in my art journal. Ooh, that doesn't look good. That's well, I'm not going to mess it up. Calendar. See, I like that going down, but that's not, I still have to figure it out. And I'm just writing words. That's all I'm doing. I'm just writing words. But I might come back in and stencil, and let's go to my, what did I do with it? I don't know what I did with it. Forget I was going to say that. What I like about this pen is it doesn't soak through. Try. I'm just going to put try technique. I need an S on it. A task tracker. And really, all I'm doing here is, that's a weird looking T. All I'm doing here is filling my pages with words that relate to art journaling. create. I don't know what I meant there. I'll put no rules. No rules. No rules. Just keep going. Bright ideas. Bright ideas. Art journal. Art journaling is a place where you can try out different techniques, like what I'm doing here. I'm playing with my calligraphy here. I like these big loops on the, I'm practicing these big loops on the capital letters. No rules, bright ideas. You can stencil, it's a visual record, it's a trivia holder. You can do calendar pages. You can blog. Can I do a B? Innovate. I don't know. Project tracker, journal entry. It can be a planner. I don't know where I'm going with some of these. Planner. It's really something if you think it's easy. It's not all that easy. Urban sketch page. You can do urban. I like those loops. Urban sketch. I can do art prompts. Let's do A. Art prompts. You're watching me struggle. You're watching me struggle. It's a diary. I'm going to do a D here. A diary. Did I say a day book? I don't think I did. I said calendar pages. I don't like my D. It's a day book. It's my let's carry that on. Relaxation, really. I can relax. You can doodle. Let's try those D's again. I'm just playing. I've got a couple more pages left. Art cards. My A's I got down pretty good. I like my A's. Art, cards. It's a tag holder. What else do I have? It's my think tank. Let's do this. I can reflect. Uh-oh. All I'm doing is filling these pages with words that what my art journal means to me. And then I'll go back and yeah. It's really funny how I have something in my hand and then it's gone. Just befuddles me what happens to stuff. What did I do with it? I had that art journal in my hand. I was showing it to you just a few minutes ago, and now I can't find it. So I guess I'm not going to go back to it. But I put watercolor on this and stencil, and I dressed these pages up. I got a few more here, 2 more. Bear with me. Here it is. Oh dear. See, I go in and I'll take all these pages that I'm writing on now, and I use watercolor and paint and stencil on them. But I still feel like I want to go in and do some more journaling on them. I got 5 signatures to do. I'm not doing any drawing or anything. I'm just doing word and background art. That's not so pretty. Right. Swatch. Paint. Did I say doodle? I think I said doodle. I might have some repeats. That's a cue. Quote holder. I'm going to do art games. Now, I'm not trying to make this a journal where the pages are beautiful or anything like that. I'm just filling out the pages. visual record. These journals for me are all about creating the journal and binding it. The pages to me on these are secondary. You can tell I'm getting tired here. Paint pictures. Two more. I don't know I can't read my writing. Invent, I think I have. Invent. And then over here, I put reinvent. So my ink is not that juicy. Oops, I'm going to run off the page. All right, that's the end of that. So let's put this in here. Let's grab these pages. Oh, those are envelopes. Let's take that out. That there. I'll put that together later. What are we all talking about? I was off in my own world there, playing with that journal. What are we talking about in chat that I'm missing? I am buffering. Mary, I don't know how you think of so much. I've been thinking and thinking. I have 40 more to go, Holly. Yep, the train's blowing. Oops, let's see, what did that say? I heard the train. Yep, the train's coming through. Let me get rid. I've got all these out here. Let me get rid of some of this. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. Go back here. Get rid of YouTube. Then I come back in. I'm getting rid of my buffering so I can read the comments. All righty. I think I lost some of you there. Train was blowing. Janet said exactly, Holly. Holly said, I knew was special, but I didn't know how much. Everyone is different. Besides, Holly, there's no such thing as normal. It's a made-up thing. That's true. That's what I was thinking, Janice. Never knew they had a specific spot. And who the heck is measuring this? My fourth child, I found out I had a pelvic bone and shouldn't have had kids over 7 pounds. Oh, wow. Oh. Okay. Holly, this is something they just noticed now, or is it something they're changing? Oh. Oh, Holly. You're different in a good way. Thank you, Holly, for taking care of our troll. I appreciate that. It was a junior high or school year. Let's see. Oh, we're talking about In Cold Blood. All right, I think I'm up with you guys. Let's do it. You know what? I feel like doing another doodle envelope. I just feel like doing another doodle envelope. We were talking about Phibbsville too, weren't we? We were talking about the lead pencil criminal. We had to go to trial. For the trial, Janet and I had to go in. It wasn't a trial so much as, well, you know, it's an assault and battery. I guess the guy's going to be held. My paper flew off. Let me get another paper to put that behind there. The judge sentenced him, and Janice kind of guessed it last week. In Phibbsville, our lead pencil criminal was caught and he had a trial, and the judge, it wasn't a jury trial, but he had a $500,000 bail put on him. That's what we were saying, so he wouldn't skip town, because he's very likely to skip town. Let's see, I started over here, didn't I? Let's start out with the lotus. I'm tired of these. I'm gonna try these. So we went in, Janet and I went in, and the judge gave him a sentence, but it's Janice kind of guessed it last week, is he's going to make him do some community time. Because he's got PTSD, he's going to have to go in for some counseling. So he agreed to that. And so, but he's also going to have to do some cleanup work on the parks, because Phippsville is a little town in a big park, and so he is going to be responsible for doing a lot of the mowing. Boy, this is really dark and thick. I have to look at my other envelope here. What did I do here? Oh, okay. Well, then like this. And then we'll come up like that. And we'll come out like that. And we'll just do a little one there. So we are going to be seeing a lot of him around, of our lead pencil criminal. And we're going to quit calling him a criminal. We're going to call him Frederick from now on. His name is Frederick. And we're going to be seeing a lot of him because he's going to be doing the mowing. And Officer Orville is going to keep track of him and make sure that he doesn't get in any more trouble around the TheMeriAtelier. So he kind of has to report to Officer Orville. Now, as far as our story within the story, we've got a story going on within our story. And that's where Destiny was out for a country drive, and of course her car stalled on her when she stopped to look for directions, and this guy on a motorcycle stopped to help her, and the only toolbox that she had in her car was a pink toolbox that actually she never used. She bought it, never used it, but it's a pink toolbox, and he was laughing at her pink toolbox. It was just the battery cable, but when he was done, she wouldn't open the car. She wouldn't open the window because she was still kind of afraid of him, and that made him mad, and he hopped on his motorcycle and took off with her pink toolbox. Well, he was in such a hurry that he left his leather jacket in the back of her car. And when she got home, she found the leather jacket because she went to get groceries, and there was his leather jacket in the back of the car. So now she's trying to figure out, she took the leather jacket home and was going to clean it, and she found a masking tape on it. Let's see, what did I do here? Let's see if I can do something different in here. And in the process of thinking that she was going to clean it for him, she found an envelope in the lining, and it was inside of the envelope was 5 $1,000 bills and a note that said, "If I don't return, this is for you." And so she was trying to figure out how in the world she was going to get this jacket back to this motorcycle guy that stopped to fix her car for her. And she was telling all of this to the gals at the TheMeriAtelier on a Saturday afternoon. And we came to the conclusion that she should put an ad in the paper and saying, looking for the person who helped me fix my car, and identify yourself by answering 4 questions. And the questions were, what was wrong with my car? What do you have of mine? What do I have of yours? And what was it? What day was it? I think it was, what day was it? What day of the week was it? And so she's waiting for answers back from, she put it in an ad in the Daily Fibber. The Daily Fibber is the newspaper in Phibbsville, and Janet is our journalist, but Janet could very well be the editor. Janice, not Janet, Janice, ICE, Janice. And so she's getting all these strange answers back in the mail. Well, the email is going to the Daily Fibber. She didn't give her email address. She used the Daily Fibber email address, and she's getting all these weird answers back. And I was going to do a list of some of the answers, but I kind of decided against that because there's four things they have to answer. So that's where that story is. I really don't have anything further than that for tonight. I was just kind of recapping it. So we've kind of got we're kind of in a slow summer mode in Phibbsville. People are gone on vacation. It's been hot and sweaty, and we just come here on Saturdays just to kind of meet and chat, and it's just kind of been slow in Phibbsville lately. Oh dear. But we caught our lead pencil criminal. So that was the good thing. Oops, I don't like that. Well, let's give it a little curve. There, maybe. All right. It always looks better by the time I get the colors on it. This is kind of soaked through over here. Let's go do this. Let's go to the front. I'm going to give away this envelope too for those of you who've stuck with me till 11 o'clock. I'll color it and we'll have another giveaway. I'm going to end my stream at 11:30, and then I'm going to come back at 1 o'clock for my marathon. And I'm just I'll probably be working on putting my journal together. I want to paint some envelopes. I'm just going to be working on getting things done. So you're welcome to come and hang with me, but I'll understand if you'd rather go to bed. I'll understand if you have to sleep. I get it. Let's see. I'm going to do some little ones in here. But I have found that doing the marathons on Friday nights right after my stream really works for me. Let's see. I'm going to do some little ones in here too, I think. It really works for me. I get stuff done. So I'm just going to do that until I want to finish my ATCs from last week. Let's put one over here now. I'm going to sew on those lovebirds on my ATCs. They're all done except for sewing on the lovebirds. I will say the tips on these that I got at the dollar store, these permanent markers at the dollar store, the tips aren't not quite as fine, but they make a really thick, nice black line. I kind of like that. See the difference between, I think this was a pin plus gear. These could probably go in and, let's take the card out. Let's darken. Notice how I just kind of bop around here. I want to darken some of these. See if I can darken some of these lines here. See how it darkens it? I kind of like that for doing this type of outlining. Really adds a contrast to this. I think my pen on this envelope is getting kind of dry. Boy, it really is a nice, juicy pen. I really like how juicy it is. It makes a really thick line, but it really is juicy. I don't know how long it will stay juicy, but 4 pens for $1, 25-cent pen. I'll take it. I'll take it. And this is going to be mailed. And I'm going to give away my other one tonight, too, as soon as I get it done. And whoever wins it, if I have your address before tomorrow morning, I will mail it tomorrow morning. I'll go right from the Marathon to the post office. Drop it in the mail. I got postage stamps, so I can just put some postage stamps on it. There, that really brought them out. And then what did I do with that card? And it'll just be a card inside, like this, like that. All right, let's finish this one and color it. I'm just about done doing the lines here. And then we'll have another giveaway. And this will probably be the last thing I do. This will probably, by the time I get it colored, it will probably be 11:30. And we'll have another giveaway. Let's see. Let's bring it out. How did I do that? Like this? this in here. There we go. Now let's do some coloring. I'm liking that pen. We'll see how long it stays juicy. Let's get the pink one out. I think I colored these pink. Yep. I need a leaf here. And I didn't put any green on the front here. The green went over on this. I'll color that whole thing in. And let's do this color. And I think I did. It's kind of fun. These are just doodle envelopes. Just doodle envelopes. There we go. Now I think all I need is the gold. And I was using that highlighter. I'm using an orange highlighter here. It's kind of fun to do these. You know, I don't worry too much about it being perfect. And when I give this away, as I said, I will send these, because all will be in here as a card. I'll send these international. So if you're listening and you're international, you can play. If you want the doodle envelope. And I'll need your address, and if you get it to me by tomorrow morning, I'll send it off tomorrow morning. I'm not watching chat. I'm working on these doodles, so I'll look at chat after I get done here. Oops. My desk thing is moving around. I think I'm going to work on my art journal and paint envelopes. I got 9 more pocket pals to make. I'm going to sew the charms on my week 6 ATCs, and they'll be done for the pocket letter swap. There we go. And I think I just did the border here, kind of. Just about finished here. Ooh, I need a black, I need a swirl in here. We'll just do something like that just to kind of fill it in. Just about finished. And we'll do a quick giveaway. There we go. That's as good as it's going to get. So it'll look like this. Oops, maybe I need to do some black in there. There. And I'll have a card. I'm going to go in here like that. Boy, those cards just fit. I might have to do a little more black around there to make it stick better. Okay, so we have, let's write where's my Sharpie? Well, my Sharpie got misplaced someplace here. Here it is. We have 29 people in here. Thank you, Aunt Beck. Anybody else getting buffering? How you doing now, Josie? Are you buffering now? Sometimes I get that round circle, but it's still going. And I just close out and refresh. Hi, Lucia. Welcome. You're just in time to enter the giveaway for my second Doodle envelope. It's just doodles. Can't see it too well. It's off of one of the doodles that I did on tonight. So, you can lurk. It's fine to lurk. You're probably doing some important art, like ATCs, pocket letter ATCs or something. All right, but I'm going to do the giveaway. So there's 29 people here. Let me go back to my Google here. And I should be there. Random org result. Let's clear this. How can I clear it? Let's just go back. Random. Here. Random number generator. Random org. There we go. So we're right at it right here. And there's no result. It's between 1 and 100. It's between 1 and 100. One number only. The person that's closest to the number without going over will be the winner. There should only be one winner. If there's two people with the same number, hopefully there won't be. But if there's two people with the same number, the first person will win it. I think that's how Dee Dee does hers. So if there's two people with the same number, only one number, two people with the same number, the first person will win it. Don't talk between the time I say go and the same. Don't say anything yet, Janice. We haven't said go yet. Don't talk between numbers. Internationals are welcome to play. It won't be hard to send an envelope in internationally. That's okay, Janice. If you want to use that number, you can. Just put it in again. I won't count the first one. All right, go. You can go now, Janice. If you get your address to me, if I have it, Janet won the first one I did earlier. If I have your address, I'll just pop it in the mail tomorrow. But if I don't have your address, if you get it to me yet tonight, I'm going to be up all night doing my marathon. I'll just address it and send it off tomorrow. International are willing to play. I'll give you a little bit of time in case of lagging. That's okay. Go ahead. It's okay, Holly. It's all right. Just keep going. Everything's fine. Holly was probably getting a drink of iced tea, which is what I need. Is everybody getting their number in? Get your number in. Are you playing, Lucia? I don't see a number for Lucia. Lucia, are you playing? Quit your lurking and come put in a number, Lucia. Oh, she did. She's got a number in. I see it, Lucia. Okay. I'll give you a little bit of time, and then we're going to count down from 10. I think we've got a lot of numbers here. I think everybody's about ready. Let's count down. If you don't have your number in, get it in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You're trying not to talk. He's doing all the talking. I forgot what I was on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. All right, stop. No more numbers after Giovanna's. All right, let's go get the random number generator. You see there's nothing in the result. Can you see? I think you guys can see there's nothing in the result right underneath of that button where it says generate, then it says result. When I hit generate, there should be a number under result. So we're going to hit it between 1 and 100. Generate, and the number is 87. Who had closest to 87 without going over? Holly had 77. Was it Holly? Was it Holly? Look at that. I think it was Holly. And I think, Holly, unless you've moved, I think I do have your address. Oh, you're lagging? Well, you want it, Holly. You want it. Holy Holly. Holy Holly. Yeah, I think it was Holly. So, Holly, I think I still have your address. If I don't, I'll let you know. Holly Dalton. I'll pop both of these in the mail tomorrow. You'll get them before anybody else gets all their happy mail. Holly and Janet won my fancy Doodle envelopes with a TheMeriAtelier card inside. And when I send out my happy mail, you all will get one of these cards. I made a stack of them. So thank you all for coming. It's kind of been a weird Friday night for me. I'm not sure why. Kind of weird. Maybe I just wasn't as prepared as I normally am. All right. I just didn't have a good Fibsville story cooked up. Thank you all for coming. You guys, you make my Friday nights. Oh, hi, Mitzi. I didn't see you. Hi, Mitzi. Lucia says, we're on vacation in Washington State, getting ready to go to dinner. Oh, well, Lucia, I'm going to end my stream, and then I'm going to come back at 1 o'clock, 1 a.m. for a marathon. And you're all welcome to join me, but if you have to sleep, I understand. I'm going to work on my August journal. I want to finish up my ATCs, and I need to paint envelopes. So that's where I'm heading with I should be doing snow globes, but for some reason, I'm just not motivated. Thank you, Branza. You make my Friday nights. You make my Friday nights bearable, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Y'all have a really good weekend. If I don't see you at Tanya or Beth's, Beth Schuler will be playing her Saturday night bingo tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Eastern time. Tanya will be going live at noon Central. Is she going live next Sunday? I forgot whether she's going live or not. Sometimes she doesn't go live. I can't remember. Hi, Lynn J. I didn't see you come in either. I missed a lot of you. But Tanya usually streams at 12 noon Central on Sundays. Scott and I are planning a Sunday morning live at the house. Okay, Aunt Beth, we'll watch for you on Sunday morning. Do you know around what time? Probably around 9 o'clock Eastern, 9 or 10 Eastern, Aunt Beth? Thank you, Mina. No. Tanya, no, this Sunday? She's not going live this Sunday, Janet? Is that what you're saying? Not this Sunday? Well, then Monday night is Lisa at My Eclectic Life, and then Tuesday at 12 noon Central on Lisa My Eclectic Life, they'll be doing the second stream on their mini journals, the Long Stitch mini journal. Tanya's traveling this weekend. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Janet. Not this Sunday. So you can have Sunday afternoon off. Go do some art. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm going to put some address these and put some postage stamps on them. Have a great weekend if I don't see you this weekend. Bye, everybody.